Hey everyone, this is Darkspidey34. I know it's been probably a little bit over a month since I made a video, but I have a good reason for that. My laptop is dead.
You're riding on the coattails of your last video.
Yeah, I'm going to
last you another 2 years at least, right?
Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to upload some soundtracks from the episode like I did last time. But I just wanted to get this statement out so you all can understand what's happening. I'm not just being lazy or whatever. Oh God, what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, and as soon as I get my laptop up and working again, I'm going to work on that Back to the Future video because I finally found a way to end the video appropriately. I think it's gonna be really good. Before you ask, no,
Back
it's
to the
not
Future video, man. You've been talking about that video for what?
Because I didn't like it.
A long time.
A long time because I didn't like it. But
So
I finally found a way.
You didn't like it, and now you're gonna remake it.
Yeah, I'm gonna yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm
it's
excited.
yeah. All I had to do is refilm the ending, and then yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because I had to take a break from it because once again, it was a lot of time in between episode 31 and 30. So because I was making a lot of videos at the time that weren't specifically that, so I kind of blew myself out because by the time I got to Back to the Future, I was already filming Regeneration Part 1.
Right.
So I was just like, oh my fucking God, what am I doing?
It's too much content.
Yeah, so I just decided to work on Regeneration Part 1. Well, as soon as my laptop gets working, I'm gonna start working on more Lego videos. Don't ask me about Jake and Dan, because that's not what the show's called. And I'm going to do something with that.
So they gay?
Are you shipping them? Because if you're shipping them, I'm gonna have to kick you out. This is my house now.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ship.
Oh my God.
Jake and Dan.
Oh my God.
Mostly because I want to know how that would go, how that would work.
Oh my God.
Legos.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation before, but I don't know if we've ever come to an answer.
They put their bricks together. They interlocking pieces.
I mean,
and they make something of it.
They could, right?
No.
I imagine they just like switch haircuts, and that's like the highest level of intimacy for them. They just take off the headpiece.
Yeah. I think I made that joke during the commentary. Like, hey, I don't remember what it was. I think it was Miles who said, hey, Kurt, can you put on this blonde wig? What are you doing? Get away from me, Miles. So yeah. Did you get to the part with Miles Warren? When you made it? Okay.
Not yet.
Right.
In fact, it's really too bad we're having this conversation before I get a chance to finish.
It's okay.
I know I had every chance, but
it's too fucking long. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. It's not like it drags on. So if it doesn't drag on, then everything you put in must be essential, right?
I think
so. You can't call it too long.
Yeah, I think the Lego Bricks. He's a YouTube user who makes Lego Spider-Man.
Yeah, I saw his comment on your video.
Yeah, I think he's got a pretty good system going down. He uploads a lot more frequently than I do, and I think what he did, and I don't know, is he made one episode, one chunk, or whatever. He split it in half, uploaded one part 1 week, and then the other part later.
Okay.
And they were both like 30.
So he'll make it all at once, but then he cuts them into smaller pieces.
Yeah, I think that's what he did in this particular situation. And I'm in his videos too, and it's weird.
You do voices in his videos?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I don't know when I'm going to come in, because he hides off part of the script I do with other people.
Right.
So it's, I don't know, it makes me anxious. Like,
it's always kind of surprising. Just like,
here, dude, here's the episode. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to watch this right now. I'm definitely going to watch it myself in your video. I'm pretty sure they know that I'm a pretty shy guy, even on the internet. I'm an introvert, mostly, because I don't comment on my own videos a lot.
That's true. You don't really respond.
Yeah. My description of Regeneration Part 1 is literally me stuttering. It's like, hey, here it is, guys. Now, please don't hate me. Here we go. Let me see. What else? I was having some technical issues with Regeneration Part 1 because I was messing with the configuration files on Sony Vegas because, I think I told you this, right?
I don't know.
No? Okay. I was having this issue with the codec, the MP4 codec, where at the end it would like flash to green as some sort of error, I think. And all I had to do was just get really, really close to the video on the timeline, just cut that part out. Sure. It would be like a split second that's gone from the shot. I went into the config file so I could fix that issue, and it was no longer a problem. However, what I did was that error was no longer a visual problem. It was an auditory problem. So like the auditory equivalent of it flashing to green kept coming up at the end of the video, and like different parts of the audio, like? Just like a click or a popping noise.
Okay.
And like other parts of the audio from on the video file would just randomly show up if I was editing for a long time, and if I were to close down the program, open it up, it would go away. But it was just a whole bunch of things I couldn't catch in editing,
right?
And a whole bunch of things I couldn't fix in editing,
right?
Because it would just permeate in the fucking file, and I couldn't get rid of it. So
that sucks.
Yeah, I just sort of had to deal with it. Like
how does that even happen? It seems like such an unusual error.
Yeah, I know. I switched it back. Well, it doesn't matter now because my computer's dead. But I switched it back and fixed it, but it was already too late. And I was just part of me was like really excited to get the episode in. So I'm just like, oh fuck it, whatever. Like I would have a really good transition between scenes, and it would just fuck up because there was this popping noise, like right where the video began. Like, they can hear it.
That's frustrating.
Yeah. And there was this one part of the episode, I think you got to it, where Doc and Pete are talking about. Well, Doc is talking to Pete about his past, like how he lost his arm.
Yeah.
And it cuts to black for like 5 seconds, and that was my own fault. That wasn't like a codec issue. I was just.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Well, it didn't seem. I thought watching it seemed strange at first, and then I thought maybe you did it on purpose.
I didn't do it
because it was like he was recounting something that was very emotionally stressful. I even got this sort of sense that almost like he's blacking out for a second. So I did. If that's any consolation, I saw that and I was like, that's kind of interesting.
No,
I
fucked
artistic
up.
choice.
I fucked up majorly. There was a really nice shot that was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But I had 2 layers of video because when I was editing, I realized I rendered the wrong part of the original video file. Because what I do is, I will have I'll make a project file and call it the master project file.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the episode. It's going to be the finished rendered project. And I make different project files for individual scenes, and I put that in that master project file so I can render it out as one thing. It makes it easier to edit because it's not so much uncompressed data that I have to, sift through to put the whole thing together.
All right.
So I just have these chunks that I can cut down and manipulate individual shots for color correction and everything. And that's one thing I fucked up with too. The color correction is kind of wonky on some parts. Like the white balance is just sort of off.
I've noticed.
Oh, well, you wouldn't notice, would you? So like the whites were just sort of like blah, blah. Like during the overpass scene while the car's crashing, felt like it was a bit too bright. I don't know.
I didn't catch it.
Oh, okay. I was having a headache trying to color correct it because the color correction on the camera was obviously inconsistent with the whole. Like each shot had its own sort of color. I wanted to sort of even it out.
Yeah.
Some shots worked, some shots didn't. Like some shots were just too lacking in color, and other shots kind of had too much color after the fact. But some shots I liked.
I can tell you this, and maybe if I watched it again and again and again, like you have obviously in the editing process, but I was more focused on the action of the scene. Just so smooth, man. Just really, really beautiful. I can't believe these things are made of plastic.
Yeah, they're made of plastic.
I mean, like, God, the way he jumps. I mean, especially coming on, like, I'm thinking about it now, and this is something I never realized before, but you saying, like, I'm going to animate Spider-Man out of Legos. Yeah. Like, out of all superheroes, he is the most fluid.
Yeah.
Batman, you would just have him, like, pop up on a roof 1 second, and then he disappears, and he's behind a villain. Fucking easy. Yeah. Spider-Man's all flips, and you've really captured that. You've really done that. It's really incredible. It's cool.
You're making me so hard right now. No, thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to embarrass you.
No, it's
I just want to say I'm really impressed by what you've done this. I know I said that when you came in here, but I want to say it out loud so the internet can hear it as well. Yeah. I am impressed.
Okay, here you go. I mean, you didn't hear that.
No, really good stuff. Yeah. And the dialogue, and I've said this before too, but I'm going to reiterate. Before you can continue listing off the issues.
No.
Just maybe bring the dialogue. Just really great, really funny, very natural, very fluid. Just really great stuff.
Kardashians,
and like the Kardashian, that was great. You probably misspelled it.
Yeah. That line
I love that whole character too. That this guy who's like gonna be fired and he's like having. Oh man.
Yeah.
You didn't have to put that in there. Yeah. That was sheer brilliance. Really good stuff.
Thank you. Saying, yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, yeah, it was brilliant.
It was.
You can learn a couple of things. Roberto,
you can't admit
Orsi.
it. You can't admit it. At least not seriously.
It's
you
difficult.
Have to pretend to be humble.
I'm not pretending to be humble. It's. I literally. I think stuff. I might have, like, an issue with this.
What?
With like. Oh God, self-esteem.
Really? So you literally are humble. That's good though, because
I think I might, but that's the thing. I think I might. I never know if I can.
It doesn't matter. You just gotta put on the face that best suits your audience.
I found out it was like a supreme form of self-centeredness, and I'm going, holy shit, I'm an awful fucking person.
What, being self-conscious is a supreme form?
It's like the other end of being like sociopathic and everything. Like everything's my fault. Oh wow, well you're so special, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't do that. Like I don't go everything's my fault because I do. In certain situations I go, that is not fucking me.
I think I guess to a degree being overly self-aware it can be negative in multiple ways, but if it comes to your work, how can you help but being self-aware? It's your work. You're examining something that you created.
Makes you afraid to do anything.
That's true. But you're doing things. You're putting out content, so it can't have that much. Just for all those guys wondering out there, Reggie did just rip open his face. So.
I saw that image, that illustration of a stick figure pulling off his skin. So.
Oh, okay. So you're reenacting that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen it before. Someone out there has seen it before. It's like supreme form of the expression of rage and frustration, ripping off your
embarrassment.
Yeah, or that too.
Yeah. So you're doing it now too. We're having a conversation about your success, and now here we are talking about your failures as a human being. How did you do that?
I don't know.
Why do you need to do that, Reggie? Why is that a compulsion of yours?
I'm afraid of being delusional.
Okay.
I'm afraid of
just be delusional. Everybody's delusional. How can you go through life not being delusional?
I am though.
Good.
Yeah. I'm trying to look on the bright side of things. I'm trying to. Is there someone in here?
Yeah, Michelle is around.
Gwen is here. She dug herself out and she's walking around.
I couldn't even recognize her voice as.
That's bullshit.
I couldn't. Not as Gwen. As Gwen, I recognized, but when she was.
She's doing the voice for
Mrs. Connors.
Yeah.
I couldn't recognize it.
Yeah. Did I fix the alien part? I don't remember.
Which part?
So I remember like cutting it out of our conversation. And I remember putting it in, but I don't know if it came across that way.
What exactly?
Alien.
When they're talking about how it's an alien?
Yeah, we were having that little... Remember when we did some additional recording, and we were trying to get her to say alien correctly?
Oh!
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't notice.
Okay, hopefully.
That's funny. I forgot about that.
Hopefully I fixed it, because I remember it being extremely difficult.
I didn't know. Well, I didn't notice. So, but this is your over self-awareness, I'm quote unquote.
Yeah.
Is good because you're talking about now and before these little details. The overexposure, the word alien, trying again and again and fix them. I don't know. It makes you a good editor at the very least. It's got its usefulness. So I'm sorry. I'll leave you alone now.
No,
but I wanted to
okay,
interject and I wanted to say that.
It's better to talk about your issues on the internet if you already went through them, because if they're still there, people can make fun of you for that.
That's true. If you were aware of them, then they don't have as much ammunition.
Yeah, you just don't show your face, man. It's a lot of ammunition there. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, Bob.
Robert.
Super Mario Brothers 3 sucks.
Yeah.
I couldn't beat it.
He's also a pretty shitty filmmaker too.
Is he?
Yeah, his Game Over Thinker videos are very poorly made and written and weird. And you can just tell he had no one else to film this with, because he plays every single character.
Oh.
So every single character is like fat. And he makes duplicates of himself, editing wise, so they're all just like these fat guys. They're just like hopping around and everything. It's just man. Like, I would watch like the entire series while editing stuff. I watch awful things while I edit stuff. Like, I watch the narrative compilation of Linkaro's videos, because it's kind of the same thing, you know? He's a fan of comic books and nerd culture. but his stories revolve around him being like some sort of chosen one or some sort of hero or God, what's the specific word? They both use the same word to describe themselves. I can't think of it. Hero, legend, chosen one. What was it?
Project.
Champion.
Okay.
Champion. They use that same word, and they're fighting all these bad guys from different dimensions. They're using tools from it's essentially their toys from all the stuff that they like that they bought.
That's kind of sad, man.
I guess. I mean, they're making money off it. I mean, I'm doing the same thing essentially, but I don't insert like physically myself in that world. I don't go around like filming in your backyard or whatever with me with like, Lego pieces or anything going like, yeah, let's do this, guys. Like, I'm the champion. I'm fighting all these bad guys. I don't know. I mean, I like to think that I'm not too far away from that, but I'm just far enough where I can see them out the window playing like, damn kids.
To a degree, I guess anyone who creates is going to insert some level of themselves into it, right?
Certainly. Yeah,
but there's a limit. There should be some self-censorship, and there's not enough self-censorship on the internet. People just throw their entire. I mean, you don't. You have for the longest time. People didn't even know your name. Yeah. Did they know your name?
They knew my name right off the bat because I was stupid. I was a
really?
14-year-old. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh! I need to tell you this. I know Ethan. What's his face? I'm sorry, Ethan, if I don't remember your username. He made a wiki of the show on wikia.com.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and someone created an IMDb page for me.
That's seriously?
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
But here's the thing: it's crazy.
You or your YouTube handle?
Me, my actual genuine name.
Dang.
It's funny because the only thing I'm famous for is being in the Lego Spider-Man series, and not my own Lego. Yeah, it's
that's
weird.
Bullshit.
Like, they know enough about me to know my name, but they don't put like any of. I guess that's too much effort. Someone's got to add.
I'm gonna go edit it then.
Ethan, do it, please. I'm sorry I didn't bring you up, but you can go ahead and do that. I know you're updating the wiki page. I saw it.
Is Ethan the one who's been in your videos as the cop?
No, that wasn't him. He's just some guy who made a wiki page for me.
Just some guy.
Yeah, he asked me to. Like, I already tried making one, and I sucked at it. So if you want to go ahead and do that, go ahead and do it because I suck.
And you got an internet presence. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, got an IMDb. It says I'm an actor.
You are an actor.
I
mean, you're more of a director, writer, editor, but you do act. I mean, you must admit.
It's weird. And
because you were in the Lego bricks, that's why they've labeled you as an actor.
Yeah.
If you got a credit for your own work, there would be a lot more title there.
Yeah.
Why is Lego bricks so popular?
Because he updates more frequently in his videos. I mean, I don't want to like put him down or anything, but updating.
With all due respect to Lego bricks,
he makes a lot more Lego videos than I do, more frequently, and they're pretty good too. And he has a lot more diversity of voices too.
Yeah.
So like he doesn't voice his own Spider-Man; he has someone else voice it for him.
Right.
So.
Yeah, but you've got enough of a fan base that you could use all of them as voice actors if you wanted to. Yeah. You also could audition people from school. There's a theater community there, and though it might be kind of irritating to deal with those people, they know how to act, and they're looking for work. They just want to expand their portfolios.
That's exactly what. Well, I mean, you have to kind of be a little insane to want to. No offense, Michelle, you kind of have to actually be insane to kind of go out there and have people look at you all the time.
Right.
Maybe I am sane because this stuff freaks me out so much.
It's.
Because I feel like whenever I upload a video, I feel like I just let a bomb. Like I open up a window and I just let a bomb go off. There's a fucking squirrel out there. Holy shit! On your tree. He's crawling. Oh, you missed him. And I throw it out the window. I'm just like, okay, oh god.
It's one thing to enjoy acting and taking on a role and creating, but I think a lot of the drive for people who are in theater is to be noticed and to be recognized. Speaking as a theater person myself,
crazy and psychopath.
Yeah, and I can remember my junior year of high school.
Me.
That's why we or my senior year of high school, we dropped out of it and we started doing more of the background stuff because I didn't like it. I think and I think a real issue with theater people is not to get on the theater people rant because it's not exactly relevant, but they don't know how to turn it off. They're acting all the time. I don't think it's a certain discomfort with who they are drives them. Well, we can skip to the next point.
So what I did was I rendered the wrong part of the episode. I forgot to mute the music. I'm sorry, I forgot to mute the music in the video file because I like to edit with the music there, then take it out, then put it back in the master project file. just so I know what I'm working with.
Right.
And I just mute out all the other timelines and just render out the audio. So it's pretty much the exact same length. So all I gotta do is insert it in where it meets up, and it'll just play where it's supposed to, and I'll just readjust the volume if I need to.
Why take it out at all?
Why take it out?
Yeah.
So I can use it again for archival purposes. So I have like a version of the video file without any music, but just with the sound effects and dialogue.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I know. So I accidentally rendered the music and the audio at the same time. So, and I decided to change the music. So when I put in another layer of music in there, I'm just like, why is it playing at the same time? Oh God, what do I mute? So I muted the music, but I was still hearing like a different music. I was like, fuck, I put it together. They're all interspliced in the same file. So I went back, re-rendered it, but I forgot to extend the video part of the rendered video file across the blank space, because it was blank for some reason. I think it was because I was gonna delete that or delete a part of it, right. So I didn't render out that shot, but the video file that I put back into it with the correct audio, I didn't extend it far enough, or as far as I thought I needed to, so it just cut to black instead of the shot that I had. And I'm going to keep showing the shot. Oh wait, I can't show... Maybe I can't show the shot. I don't know. Depends, because I have all my stuff saved.
Uploaded independently, right?
Yeah, I have all my stuff saved already. So
but maybe keep it and pretend it's an artistic choice, right? Can you do that?
No. It's a really nice shot, you know?
Yeah.
And they're watching it right now, hopefully, if I can care to find it and put it up and put it on loop so they can see what it was supposed to cut to. See, isn't this great, guys? Isn't it great?
Get the insider trading bits here. Insider editing bits.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, I'll be right back, man. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I have to go to the bathroom, too.
Alright, I'll do Rochambeau for it.
What?
Rochambeau.
What?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Right. Wait.
I win.
Alright, you win. Go.
Yeah.
Well, my
fuck you!
Bluebird of happiness. We're still talking about your editing.
Yeah, so that's why
the black thing was there.
Yeah. Get rid of the blacks. Get rid of all the blacks. No, I got rid of... I was trying to fix an issue, and it made it worse. I mean, I fixed, like... It would be a much bigger issue. I'd rather it, like, cut to black than just, like, have two layers of music going on at the same time that don't match at all. Because I think I decided to go with more of a synth sort of sound for it, when originally it was, like, horns... sad horns playing, I think. I don't remember. I was thinking the soundtrack. I had a lot of time to work on the soundtrack, so I had a lot more stuff to use. But sometimes I would end up just scrapping it and just doing it again, specifically to fit the scene better. Because I would have an idea of a scene, and I'd make the music. Then when I actually put the scene together, I go, nah, this doesn't work, and do it again. Like I did that for the final part of the episode, the final action scene. At the end, I just scrapped whatever I had for. I'm just gonna do it again. I actually had two versions of a music track that I made. One with sort of like drums,
snare drums,
and one with snare drums, and one without it.
Oh, and you kept the one without it.
I put both in.
Oh, you did.
I'm a hack. I'm pretty sure one was at like a different pitch than the other one. I don't remember. So I reused it because I couldn't come up with anything. I didn't feel like doing anything else. So
it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, because like making music in Fruity Loops, there's a structure to it. With symphonic orchestra, it's all you. It's all just whatever you put into it,
right?
And it's incredibly. I don't fucking know how anyone makes anything like that.
You prefer Fruity Loops?
Yeah, I use it the most. I
feel like we lost a rhythm.
I guess. I was trying to think of what I was trying to fucking say next. Fuck,
it was the P that did it. Because we pissed out our rhythm.
Yeah. We flushed it all away. to save you some heartache, I'm gonna give my pee to someone else this year. Save myself some heartache. I'm sorry, they've been playing that fucking Christmas song all the time.
When is it appropriate to start? Because I thought it was after Thanksgiving, but I guess...
No, they did it...
What is it, the beginning of November?
2 days before Halloween.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah. So...
Man.
So before I went to Mark's party, I was listening to Christmas music.
Boy.
And it's not like Christmas music all the time. It's just... It's like normal, whatever... safe, popular, like, commercial songs.
Yeah.
Songs they play during commercials for most.
You
and then it just...
make me...
I don't know what you were doing.
Okay, that was Katy Perry.
Ba ba da ba 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 ba. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what song that is, but it's something that you would hear in a car commercial or something, right. And then Christmas music.
I guess, retail stores must start early because Christmas music inspires people to buy. They think, oh, Christmas is coming up, I better buy, 80s sweaters.
That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. But it's, I don't know.
$10 YouTube pays you $10?
No.
Really? $10 at
the place?
The place?
Between places.
That's not bad. That's a pretty good rate.
The space between spaces. That was my Gandalf impression.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't know if he says that in the line or says that in the movie.
But it's something he might
pretty
say.
Sure Gandalf wasn't even in that part, was he? He was all the way with Sauron. Right? He was trapped there.
I'm not sure I know what you're talking about anymore.
I'm talking about Fellowship of the Ring. He's in the space between spaces.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it was either finish my sentence.
Aragorn?
Yeah. It was either Aragorn. Yeah, pretty sure it was Aragorn.
In reference to what?
It was when Frodo got stabbed with the knife, with the ring wraiths, or whatever they were called.
And they have to go get him healed. And it's a really dramatic scene.
Yeah, he's in the space between spaces because he was becoming one of them,
right,
or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I made that.
Pretty mystical.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I assumed Gandalf said it, but looking back, he wasn't even in.
No, he wasn't. He was gone.
He was with he was trapped at Sauron's place. It was like he's having me over and he's not letting me leave.
he plays the same Christmas song 80 times a day. It's fucking awful.
I don't even know what Christmas is. This is the future, Gandalf. The wheels of industry turn evermore.
Oh, man.
Rest in peace. Rip in pieces. I still remember his last bit in The Hobbit. Like the last time I think he was ever in film was in The Hobbit.
We're in that scene where they're all discussing... Well, he was in Battle of Five Armies?
Yes, he was. Battle of Five Armies.
Never saw it.
You still never seen it? Yeah, no. We went and saw it.
I can't believe you do these with me, of all people.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, it's like, bad choice. I like them.
We all went, though. Like, everyone went.
Yeah.
Mark, Nick,
me living in Colombia.
Connor,
Nick was there?
Michael.
Man.
Yeah, it was the last day of the year, too. We all went on New Year's Eve.
Such a loser.
And we went to Steak and Shake afterwards.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun, man. And you know what? I ran into friends from college there.
Really?
Yeah, 2 of them. They went to go see it, too. In the mega screen, the huge fucking mega screen. It was fun, man.
So many regrets in my life.
Oh, hey, you don't even know, man. You don't even know how many fucking regrets I have. I looked up the S&P. I didn't look it up on 23andMe, but I looked up the specific S&P that I had and the base pairs that I had, and I looked it up online. Like,
you going bald?
I will go bald.
Man.
I won't go bald early, but I will go bald. So I think, I'm gonna do all that stuff hopefully. And if you guys want some bits of the soundtrack, I'll upload that if I can put it together from the remnants that I have, because I have Sony Vegas, an older version of Sony Vegas, on another computer, but I have nothing else on that computer. So I'll just take the stuff from the hard drives, plug them in, and I'll work on it there. So I can put ads on there without any trouble, because it's my music, and I made the melodies up myself.
Yeah,
I think I'm a better melody writer, quote, than I am like coming up with general music, because I'm just like, what the fuck do I do here?
I tried taking a music theory class. Some complicated shit.
Oh yeah, I don't know how John Williams does it. He does.
Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say I put John Williams up on a higher
tier than Hans Zimmer?
Yeah, even though I fillet both of them. That's the new word I'm using, fillet. So no one can accuse me of not being self-aware of the fact that I'm filleting a whole lot of famous people.
Yeah, definitely.
And he does it so consistently well, too. And I was afraid that he was going to die because I went... one of the things I was looking forward to with A Bridge of Spies, the new Steven Spielberg film, was that John Williams usually always scores for him, and he can't really work with anyone else because I think he has like all these obligations with these people he's worked with for years. So like whenever the people at Warner Brothers are just like, "Hey, Johnny, you want to come back and do the Harry Potter music, please?" Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too busy." "All right, we'll ask you again next year." "Hey, Johnny, you busy?" "Yeah, I'm busy." "Okay." They kept asking him every single time the new Harry Potter movie was coming out. They're just like, "Can you do the music?" Like, "I'm sorry, I'm too busy." Like, "Hey, last 2 ones, man. I really want to, but I'm so busy." He's just so busy. He was working on so many Spielberg films during that point because there was War Horse, there was Tintin, there was Lincoln. You know, he was really busy. He's doing multiple, and he's like in his 80s, so you know.
Yeah.
And that's amazing that he can still make music in his 80s.
Yeah.
And composers have a lot more longevity than directors, I think, because there's a lot more older composers than there were older directors.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. But the reason why I was afraid that he might be dying was because on A Bridge of Spies, he didn't do the score for it because he was feeling ill, and like he hardly ever turns down Spielberg, because you think of like pretty much any Spielberg film, like John Williams is doing the score, Jaws, Indiana Jones, all of them, Schindler's List, Jurassic Park 2, Minority Report, Catch Me If You Can, War of the Worlds,
Incredibles.
No, not even the same thing. Tintin, Lincoln, War Horse, you know, all those Spielberg and John Williams. Hook.
Yeah,
Hook.
I like Hook.
I like the music for Hook.
Plus, it's about a boy who becomes a man who becomes a boy.
Yeah.
Classic story.
And it's Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. He's coming back any day now.
Yeah. I wonder why he's taking a break from movies. I guess he's retiring.
He's doing some more play stuff, you know, in smaller venues.
That's the equivalent of being dead, Sam. Jesus, I knew you didn't like theater people, for fuck's sake. Okay, Jesus.
Wait, he's dead? That's news to me.
News, is that a reference to something?
News to me.
News. No, that's
right. Come
Jesus,
on.
That's just. Jeez, there, Stretch Armstrong. God damn. Ugh. You shaking hands with the Queen of England right now? God.
Yes, I am. And some other things as well.
I'll be fair, though. When she was younger, like 173 years ago, she was...
Woman's never gonna die.
She was alright looking. She had a huge fucking rack.
Really?
Yeah. It's a royal rack, and you're never gonna see that.
That's
when you know it's a real royal rack, when you do not see it.
It
Elizabeth Taylor, huge. You never saw him. Now you never will. And with Queen Elizabeth, you don't fucking want to. Like there was a time when you could see it, and it had like importance to it.
Yeah.
Like genuine fucking importance. Like these are the Queen's tits. You just don't look at that. You just don't grab that shit. You know.
Yeah.
It's a queen.
Yeah.
And now gone. That window of time when they were just perfect, gone.
Yeah.
Now you don't want to.
It's sort
you
of
don't care.
It's sort of a sad thing being turned on by someone when they were young.
Yeah.
You know, because you'll never.
A thing is not beautiful because it lasts.
Yes, it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all.
Yes. I was quoting the Avengers.
I was. I don't know who I was quoting. Probably the Avengers.
That was probably from Shakespeare or something. He invented everything. Right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.